Okay. We ready to go? All right, we hit the record button. Mute Zealeus. How do I sound? Do I sound all right?
Good times, good times.
All right, good. Okay. That'll work. Hold on, I just want to check something.
I believe so.
No, I'm good. Okay. All right, mute Zealeus and go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Dish Shelter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. Not much, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I'm your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself, Zealeus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Thursday night Hangout. This is a live show where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. At any point during the show, if you have any questions, topics, opinions, thoughts, please do
Yo,
add
what's
them to the
up?
chat room, be it on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. But without further ado, let us jump right into it.
Greetings
and of course,
salutations, sir.
a little update about the videos from MomoCon. I have both of the panels that the GGDA put on. They are now up on on the YouTube. That, of course, is making it in indie games and game development and esports in Georgia. And I just rendered last night why video games take so long to make, which of course was a panel that was put on by two very awesome gentlemen who were showcasing their game Elon at the MomoCon vendor hall. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is the update for MomoCon. Of course, now remember, MomoCon happens every single Memorial weekend. So they've already got the dates locked in. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of Memorial Weekend of 2025. You can already
Good stuff.
register. Save you some money to make sure you get. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's jump into some of these stories. The first story is a little bit of an announcement from Yoshi P, which of course is a person that you would know who that is if you played Final Fantasy XIV. And that is that...
Indeed, it does get much more expensive
remember
as time goes on, so the sooner you book, the better off you are.
The problem that arose on the last big expansion, Endwalker. Well, Yoshi P wants to say that new servers can be open with the press of the button, so there is no chance that... Oh, sorry, almost no chance. There we go. Almost no chance that the Dawn Trail servers will suffer like the Endwalker ones did.
Indeed.
Right. Right.
Well, it depends on how you read into that, because if you read it as suffer like Endwalker, then sure, you have a pretty low bar, to be honest, as far as what your shot was. So if you still have some crashes in queues of 2,000 people, but you can eventually get on, technically it's better. I mean, just like 2 weeks ago, most of North America and Europe servers were down for like 2 days because of the DDoS attack. That just went on, and you basically could connect, but then you get disconnected within 2 minutes. So it might be better, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things of being better. I know there's the magic infinite scale button, but infinite scale doesn't actually do all the scaling that's magic, because there's other magic doohickeys to make the widgets work. So, I mean, I hope it's a good experience. I myself have been trying to finish up the Endwalker expansions. So basically, you have the main.
When does
call it MSQ, main story quest that comes out for like Endwalker. There'll be Dawn Trail, but then there's like 4 like dot revisions. So like 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, and each have like their own set of MSQ quests to do.
Find that
and
the way that he phrased
I gotta work my way through those. Hopefully before Dawn Trail
interesting. And also, yes, saying that you're gonna do better than Endwalker. Well, God, I freaking hope so, because they had to stop sales
so I don't have a whole lot of time
to try to alleviate the problem. So I get that, like, the big accomplishment, even if servers are crashing back, all over the place, if they could just keep the sale of Dawn Trail going, then they've already succeeded. So. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Now, I do think the customer demand won't be quite as high, because you got to remember, Endwalker was also the culmination of like a decade long of 4 full expansions. So it once word of mouth got around of like, holy crap, this really is a true capstone of 10 years of work. Everyone hopped on the bandwagon. Like, I'm expecting good things out of Dawn Trail, but it's been pretty clear that Dawn Trail, it's like the start of a new era in terms of storytelling for Final Fantasy 14. So I think it'll be good, but I'm also, you just don't have that reason for peak capacity like you had with Endwalker, is what I'm thinking. So that's my assumption from a game player perspective. The thing that's always amusing to me is like shock Pikachu face of the server demand, but you think they'd be able to see X number of people have purchased your game.
It looks like
and you know that based off of, I have no idea what the numbers are, but out of 10 million purchases for an expansion, we know 70% or 7 million of those are going to log in day one. Like at some point, they should have those numbers pretty well down. You would think.
Well, here's hoping that it's a smooth transition for all you Final Fantasy 14 people out there. I will cheer you on from the sidelines. I am not jumping into that pool.
We shall see.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it. 2 new classes, a new land to discover. It's going to be stoking.
Yeah.
Now, I am not taking a day off of work to play when it launches, because why even do it?
They need to patent that shit and then sell
seems
it as a service.
Like Guild Wars 2 seems to be like the only game that can do it.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
like
I think
whatever
the
their magic sauce is on the servers,
dream
like
of
they need to
to
not outsource the opposite of outsource.
If it was single player.
Basically, sell that resource magic to
I
other
wouldn't even
MMOs.
mess with online components
like,
the day of release now.
Because it is flawless.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right.
Yep. Because the problem is, you even get like, even an online gameplay plays, you can get in.
Yeah.
Typically, there's still like those day one crazy breaking glitches and just other things that just you couldn't foresee when it's max capacity. I totally agree.
I think
at the same token, it's also so hard now to have a single player game that like I want to come play that day one
for a game.
And
I think it's because
the long gone are the days of waiting at Best Buy for Pokemon to launch, which meant if you waited in line to Best Buy, you had a physical copy that you could
I
go
did
home and
that.
play.
I camped out at the Borders bookstore in Dunwoody, which of course is long gone now, for the 7th book.
I've never camped out for a
Yep.
game. I remember I did not, but I remember people camping out for Harry Potter.
Yeah. Yep.
I totally, honestly, if I were like around people,
Anyway,
I would have
speaking of
camped out for Deathly Hallows also.
like crazy stuff.
It's just
let's talk about the
it would,
fact
it
that
would
there
almost
apparently
be
is now
like if
Attack
the
on
final
Titan, the
a
musical
game or
that's
A
in
Song of Ice and
production.
Fire came out. But yeah,
it's got. I mean,
yeah.
it's it would have to be in like a specialty tent. You couldn't just put it on like Broadway. Because you would
Is it gonna be
definitely
like
need
Circus Delay or however the
characters
hell
to
you
be like
pronounce it, Cirque
flying
Delay,
over
or
the
like
audience's heads on
doing all kinds of like crazy high wire
yeah,
shit and
on
be like,
wires.
"Wah, wah, wah."
Also, there's no way that they'll try to attempt to do the anime story. They would definitely do the there's 2 live action movies. So I'm guessing they're going to take the best of both of those. It's a lot of story. I don't know. I saw the live actions, but I accidentally watched them in reverse because they're not. It's not very clear. It's not like part 1 and part 2. Okay, Zealeus is back in 30 seconds. So basically, they're doing Attack on Titan the musical. So I'm expecting like lots of like dismemberment
live actions
and lots of weapon play, which is cool. Weapon play would be awesome, but I mean the some of the
Reminds
Titans,
me, I got something.
you know, like how are they to even attempt to do some of the special effects? Like there's that one Titan that like releases a shit ton of steam. Like how are they going to do that? How are they going to? Yeah, I know, but like there's are they just going to keep it dumbed down where there's just like the regular like you've got your small, medium, and large Titans. You have to have your specialty Titans because they kind of go with the story. I don't know. Huh? True.
You can do Steam special effects pretty easily.
Yeah. I just I don't I mean I could see them basically attempting to do Attack on Titan the musical like
to do the
Titans on a football field, and then the audience
are people
going to
be on stilts to do the Titans or something
scattered, you know,
because they got to
like
be large. Like that's the whole
30
purpose of
yard
the
line,
Titans
and
is
then there's like a
large.
stage in the middle. I don't even know. Like there's just so much crap that's going on that I would fear that simplifying it for the stage would just take all of the awesomeness out. But I you know, if someone actually sees this play, please tell me what it's all about so that I can know. Oh, that was phenomenal. I saw that on Broadway. Yeah.
I mean, it worked for me to be fair. Like something like The Lion King was apparently, I never saw it, but apparently it was an amazing musical.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can work, obviously. Things you might not think of do work. I guess the difference, though, is The Lion King already had music, whereas, um, so are they going to do like Japanese K-pop type of music also for it? Because it's an anime. There's definitely a certain type of musical genre for anime. So I'm wondering, is it going to be anime style music, or are they going to, you know, honestly dumb it down for us Americans of being more like pop and rock, which to me would be dumb, honestly. It should be a reason
why they broke
like
the
anime
story
style
into
music
live
if they're
action
going to
movies.
make it into
So I
a
just don't
musical.
understand how you're gonna
But I
be
think,
able to get all of that
unfortunately, you're
information
going to also alienate a
into
large part of your possible audience if you do that, because
the time that a play
a
happens.
lot
Because a
of
play is basically
America and probably
at most
parts of
maybe 3
Europe
hours.
aren't going to care to sit through that.
Oh Jesus! They better have some really nice padded seats. Uh, but give everybody a poncho so you can have like the visceral
What if
like
they do it
blood
like an
effects and stuff
opera where they have
uh
like 3 intermissions? It becomes like a
raining
6-hour
down on you.
spectacle.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what they should do. Make it into
Yes.
a opera. That solves all the problems.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Now we're on to
Mm-hmm.
something. So I had to go run to my
Yes.
room because we're talking about anime. And I'm flying out tomorrow to go to a wedding. And this is something I've
Yep.
seen Charlie talk
Yep.
about. And I'm like, what am I going to read on the airplane? I'm also going to be in the car for like 5
Yep.
days. Kill me now. So I saw this and I didn't know it
I've
was
got the
honestly a
first 4
manga.
books.
So I saw it. I thought Charlie would be excited about
Oh yeah.
this. Is solo leveling.
Oh yeah.
So I saw this. I'm
No,
like,
no, no.
hot damn.
There's a
And
reason
for
why they
Zealeus, it's all
Crunchyroll's
like,
like we got to
because I
make an
don't read
anime
manga
of
because I don't
this.
care about black and white, but it's all like a colorized, like basically comic books. So I'm like,
Yes.
oh yeah, this looks awesome. So I'm excited about reading this on my airplane and in the car for
Yes, that's
5
my
days.
problem is those type of books. As soon as I get them
Are they
home, I'm
good?
like, I got a little
Good
bit of time.
answer. Even if they weren't good, I was hoping you'd say that. So yes, I'm excited about reading. I read like the first couple of pages. I'm like, ooh. And like I just stopped myself because it kind of
Mhm.
defeated the whole purpose to read it all like before I fly.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, nope, I hear that.
Yeah.
It would have been very easy to do that. So I was like, all right, slow my roll. I thought I should watch myself. So like,
Yeah, yeah. You
know,
definitely want to keep an eye on some of
like when you
that
fly and like and nowadays it's really easy to like
there's
throw something on
definitely
your iPad or
some
whatever to watch.
certain
And like, so I
anime
really
that
want to watch like
will surprise the crap
any
out of you.
anime Crunchyroll because you don't know what kind of spiciness you might get, and all of a sudden like your
Yeah,
neighbor is like,
no, don't do that.
whoa. So I'm probably refraining from the anime while I'm traveling.
Sir, perhaps something a little bit more general audience. But yeah.
Throw up some like Ninja
Anyways,
Scrolls and see what happens.
speaking of super duper
Probably get
awesome
the air marshal
shows,
called on you for that one.
there was
Disturbing
a
the peace,
show
sir.
that came out. Oh man, I don't even know how many years ago it was, but there was a show on Disney that was effing phenomenal, and it's called Gravity Falls, and there, I, I don't want to give it away. There's so much awesomeness with that show, but I don't want to give it away. But there is some murmuring, some mumbles, whispers that there might be new Gravity Falls potentially, because the thing is that thing apparently is still pulling in new fans. Um, I mean, I got hooked. It had a great story. Hell, I've got I might have almost all the characters. They're Funko Pops. I mean, it's a good series. Obviously. No, I did not get any
Interesting.
Funko Pops at MomoCon. I didn't buy myself anything at MomoCon outside of getting myself the refill thing for my cup so I could go get as many refills as I want. I didn't buy a single thing for myself. I
Of
bought
course, you had the
something
Funko
for
Pops.
each of my sons,
Did
but
you
I
get
didn't buy
any at
anything for
MomoCon?
myself. Yeah. Though that's not to say I didn't get close to accidentally grabbing like a one of those mystery bags, and because those are always fun. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's absolute crap, and sometimes it's something you're actually going to enjoy.
Well, that counts for something.
I ended up with 2 Funko Pops and like I don't know. The third thing was just absolute garbage. It was a throwaway thing, but there was 2 international Funko Pops that I got. Mm-hmm.
I've definitely never bought a mystery bag. Really don't have a desire to be honest.
Oh, come on, Zealeus. Where's your sense of adventure? Boo. Anyways, but yeah, I would love to see
Nice. My problem is I already have
what
like
they
so
would
much random
do with
shit around the
Gravity
condo
Falls
where
if
it's like,
Gravity
oh,
Falls were to
yay,
actually
more
come
stuff
back.
that's just gonna sit there and
So,
I don't know what to do with it.
so yeah. Anywho,
I left it at the convention hall.
so I am a Legends of Runeterra player. I am not a League of Legends person, but I am an Arcane fan, and I'm super excited that
I
season
will take
2
your word
is
for
quickly approaching. But there is apparently there was a like some sort of commemorative thing going on in League of Legends.
it. Okay.
Where there's an in-game
Yes.
pass with 100 levels of unlockable
Yes.
rewards, which include Risen Legend LeBlanc skin, award, banner, and other emotes and icons. And then there's also a second skin, and this one is surrounding the character. I'm gonna pronounce her name the way I think it's pronounced. I don't know if it's actually correct, but Ahri. It's Ahri. So I'm gonna go with Ahri. And this has 3 tiers. It's the Risen Legend, the Immortalized Legend, and the Signature Immortalized Legend. Now, these skins can only be unlocked through collections, and the crazy thing is that's causing quite the bit of disgruntlement is that the Signature Immortalized Legend collection is worth 59,260 RP. Okay, those are I think RP is riot points, which is the equivalent of $500. Yeah. So everyone's going, no. There is no digital cosmetic that is worth that much. And the real sad thing is that so the signature collection is actually to immortalize one of the
that's a lot.
The OG League of Legends players, Faker. And the funny thing that's going around is Faker wouldn't even buy this. And it's, his own shit. It's I do okay. If there's a child listening, cover your ears for just a second. But I do like the response of one person online, and that is, does it come with a hand job from Ahri herself for that much money? I'm like, yeah.
I'm sure Faker could afford it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the cost of skins in games are like bloody insane. Like, it's. I know there's obviously bean hunters who have done the math, and they know that charging. I'm leaving this one out for argument's sake, but they know because a lot of games like Apex Legends, League of Legends, Diablo 4, they all have those skins in the range of like $20 to $30. Like, it's been completely normalized. And like, I started playing Diablo 4 again for season 4 or 5, whatever the season is.
Right.
And like, I'm looking at the skins. I'm like, there's some really cool skins, but it's also like $30 in
Right.
points for a skin. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Especially because a game like Diablo 4, like, you don't even really see your skin, honestly. Like, I know you
Mhm.
always make fun of first person shooters, but you don't see your skin. But in some games like Diablo 4, where like it's all very kind of dark and murky, and not in a bad way, that's just the gameplay style, the artistic style. Like, and you're all like, you have like 100 people around you of like evil imps and shit. Like, I don't even see my character really, and like the
Mhm.
weird stuff that they're wearing. Like, I have
Mhm.
no idea
Mhm.
what my character is actually wearing, like from a aesthetic perspective, because with the over the view, like isometric view, I don't even really see like my apparel versus like something like Final Fantasy 14 or MMOs in general, where
Right.
like you're that third person, you really see what your character is seeing. Like in Diablo 4, I don't even know what my characters are ever wearing in the damn game. Um, and so it's like, I look at this aesthetic, I'm like, this is really cool, but it's $30. I'm good. Or like the one for like a horse. They only do
No.
like when you're running to like
Yeah.
events, and but you're not actually using your horse in combat. So it's like, yeah, it's the prices are, and like
Yeah.
honestly, if like that apparel was like $5 to $10, I'd probably be like, sure, that's a frappuccino. Why not? Uh, but obviously, we're not their target audience at that price range. They're obviously targeting the $20 to $30 plus range because obviously they've shown
Yeah.
through whatever metrics they have that it works. Um, it always, and the fun part too is like you buy
Mhm.
like if you're playing a necromancer, like
Oh yeah.
that only works on the necromancer. It doesn't work for like barbarian. And I know it's true for other games too, where like you buy your, apparel for one character and it doesn't work for all the others. I
Right.
get that. That's normal. But it's even then. So now you're buying, so you're, I mean, you mentioned like $500. Like if you're buying a
I
$20 or $30
I think
aesthetic for like all the
maybe
characters,
in
like
all
it
of
will get up there in
the,
cost.
free to
It's not
play,
out of the
put
norm
money
necessarily. I mean,
into
okay, it is
the
out of the
game,
norm,
I think I
but it's
might
not
have
statistically
eclipsed
insignificant number of people who
in
purchase
my
that many
entire
skins.
gaming career, maybe
Um, yeah.
$200, maybe. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I get the subscription service of pay
I
$5.99 now
pretty
and
sure.
remove ads for
So if
30
it's free
days.
to
I'm like, no, thank
play,
you.
the place where I will spend money is if it's like a
Yeah.
lifetime, like lift on ads type of things. Like those type of, only if it's lifetime. If it's like the battle pass 30, like for 30 days, I'm like, nope, I'm
Right.
out. Um,
Mhm.
it's also very different on a, I mean, I play my fair share of gotcha games over the years. And typically, gotcha
Right.
games I don't put money into at all. Typically, because their prices to actually do anything useful, or you have to spend
Mhm.
$100 to actually do anything useful. But like if I'm playing, it's obviously like a smaller indie
Speaking of
developer
gotcha
where it's
games,
like
it's
a
sad
person
to
or two
report
working on
that
it.
I heard
It's like,
from
hey, help us actually like feed
my cousin
ourselves.
that the solo leveling
First off, the prices are usually
mobile
much
game is an
more
absolute
reasonable. It's
gotcha
like
deal,
nothing more than $10
and
in
it's
those type of
absolute trash.
games. And it's a very different like indie dev type of
There is,
situation.
and
I'm much
it
more
apparently is
likely
bad.
to like, sure, I'll throw a couple bucks at this game in that case.
Yes, I've heard that one too. Yeah,
I was wondering if there was one. I haven't looked into it, but I was like, there has to be a solo
I
leveling
played for
gotcha
about
game,
20
right?
minutes, and I was like,
Well, the one
yeah,
that's out now, the big deal is Wuthering Heights, which basically it's a Genshin Impact clone, but supposedly with better
yeah.
combat for
Hmm.
whatever that's worth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're
So
going to pause
I
for real
played
quick
Genshin Impact for about 2 hours and
to
got
thank
bored.
the individuals who help Ultra Confusion be the Ultra Confusion that you love and adore.
It
These,
didn't
of
really do it for
course,
me.
are our friends of the show. So without further ado, let us start
Yeah.
with
So
the Indie Cluster.
I don't know. I
The
was
Indie
intrigued by
Cluster is an
Wuthering Heights, but
organization
I'm
of
like,
independent game
nah,
developers
I'm
that
good.
want to gain exposure by being involved in the community.
Mm.
They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts to challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. For more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout out we got to give is to the AV master himself. That, of course, is Doodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously White Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia today. This next one is super duper important if you are in the greater Atlanta area. That, of course, is the gentleman who can help get all those aches and pains out of your system after long gaming sessions. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Hero Chiropractic. It is a unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore. The company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone can be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They're committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. For more information, go to herochiropractic.com. The next one we got to do is to the music maestro himself, Crosspad Creative. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content, just like Ultra Confusion. Crosspad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you. And the final shout out we got to give is to the original supporter of Ultra Confusion. That, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, Axe leads both the development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus. But while not in meetings and many times during, he is the Agile evangelist Agile Axe, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. Decades of experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information and to check out his book, go to agileaxiom.com. Now, of course, at this very moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you're going, well, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, it's quite simple. Ladies and gentlemen, Ultra Confusion survives on the love and support of fans like you, and that's why we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, werewolves, vampires, mummies, swamp creatures, supporters, and more to become active participants in the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives you access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We currently have 2 different tiers. You got the $1 a month, that's $1 a month, or $12 a year tier. And what that gets you is early access to all of our playthroughs, as well as the ability to participate in patron-only posts. If you're feeling extra frisky, you can go to the $5 a month. That's $5 a month or $60 a year. And not only do you get everything at the $1 tier, but you also gain your name or organization added to the Friends of the Show of every single Thursday Night Hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Ultra Confusion, go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/Ultra Confusion today. Now, if you are watching this live or watching the recording, I do want to point out that Zealeus did drop in the chat the Ultra Confusion merch link. That gets you the hat, the coffee cup, the dog bowl, the notebook, the vinyl sticker, flip-flops, and more, I think there's one more. I can never remember. Anyways, go to alteredconfusion.tv/merch, and you can check out all the Ultra Confusion awesomeness that is there. Okay. One other shout out on that, of course, is, ladies and gentlemen, Ultra Confusion is proud to say that we have been fundraising for Extra Life for 13 years straight. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best, game, to help sick and injured children at their chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life will go directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So if you have the capacity to donate, go to extra-life.org and search for Altered Confusion. Alrighty, now let us get back to the stories. Yes. So some numbers have finally come out about that wonderful backlash that happened with Helldivers 2 and Sony going, you need a PSN account, and then of course a lot of countries and regions and whatever lost access to Helldivers 2 because of the PSN thing. And so a lot of people did not want to wait for a potential solution. They wanted to continue to play their game, so they were doing VPN and other tricky things to try to continue their game. Well, it turns out that that's a big no-no on Steam. And so currently, there's over 20,000 accounts that have been banned from Steam as a result of those actions. So yay, Sony, for causing people to get totally dicked over. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
It's like a quadruple whammy of gamesmanship.
That just sucks.
Well, that just sucks all around. You think you're not going to be able to play because of this whole Sony thing. So you do a VPN, which to me is actually kind of a logical step. And then Steam is like, nope, no VPN for you. So it's all around like, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Especially because I'm sure the people did. My guess is they didn't even realize like it was a bannable offense. They just want to play their game. Would be my assumption.
Yes.
I mean, it is.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the pitfall of being a digital marketplace where everything is held in the magic cloud is at any time.
Remember, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before,
and
we talked about
breaking their TOS.
Valve coming out to clarify the fact that you cannot will your digital library to your descendants or whatever, right? Okay, well, GOG, Good Old Games, has come out because they're like, you know what? Let's just do this right here. They are promising to transfer account ownership to a chosen beneficiary upon death, but it requires a court order for verification due to lack of user information.
Let's get ahead of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like if you think about the court order needing for verification, it would kind of be like in a roundabout way the ultimate scam to make like Steam or GOG believe that like Alt Confusion died and therefore I should be bequeathed all of his games. So there is a little bit of logic to needing some kind of actual real verification that this person died.
Another fun thing you'll have to do.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very murky gray area in terms of that because, like, what recourse do you have? Like, oh crap, like my account got stolen because they think I died, and now I have to prove to GOG that I'm actually alive. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, really, the solution to this is
What we're
immortality,
saying
and then
is
it's not a problem.
perhaps you physically are in a North American region. However, your digital
But
consciousness
is your
could
consciousness
be
on the web
anywhere
a
in the
different
world. You could
persona,
be in
and therefore
Oceania,
your original
and
Steam
therefore you're
account
in a
does
different
not belong
region.
to that
Therefore,
because it's
you've
a
lost
different
access to your
embodiment of
games.
who you are? At one point, does it become a different being?
Ooh. Where your zeros and ones are currently in resonance. So you just torrented it out.
Depending on when you decide to log on, you have access to different games, depending on the region that your consciousness
Once
happens
again,
to reside in at any given time.
The fact of the matter is that if I were
What if you're zero and ones?
to
What if you
pass
like
sometime in the
botnet your
future
consciousness so you're
and
simultaneously in all
my
geographic zones?
children wanted to continue to play the games in my library, they have my they will
That's not what I was
have my
going for,
login
but
credentials.
yes.
So I mean, technically, I guess Valve could take them to court saying, "Well, it's not really yours." But I did add them as a family. There is a family account user. Yeah. Just right before you croak, create a family user account that's attached to your library.
I mean, that technically that violates their TOS of them not actually being you.
I think there's a limit, but I don't. Well, I don't know. I know that
So
I
that's the
can't
loophole
play
to
Steam
dying.
while they play Steam.
Oh, right.
Well, there's two reasons for that.
Now, is there any proof? Like, could I add you as a family member to my Steam account?
There's this different login. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. Shazam, ladies and gentlemen, we fixed it. No, we didn't.
Okay.
Okay. So there was a story that came out recently, and I just have to scratch.
So they have like
head
their own
on
separate
this. And that, of
logins
course,
for
is
Steam.
the owner of Rockstar Games has come out and basically said that AI is not going to steal anybody's jobs. And this is a quote from them. It's actually crazy. It's not going to make people irrelevant. Technically, yes, you're right. It won't make all people irrelevant. It will just make a lot of people redundant that you would have to pay for to keep, unless you use the AI that could, mass produce some art or sounds or, reusable code or something like that. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I'm almost 100% sure that Rockstar is already using AI within their system and probably have already released at least one employee, if not more.
Oh, yeah. Once they figure out how to AI a developer, goodbye, job. I mean,
right.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And like, it's also that nebulous difference, to me at least, between like AI and automating certain tasks, because automating tasks is its own form of AI. Because that's the whole point. It's able to do a set of operations without user human input. It can just do it, and then in theory, you have a set of guide rails so it can like perform in case of error, etc. That's essentially AI. I mean, yes, AI is word trained as he's thinking about it as like a higher level of automation, but that's basically all it is. Is it automating task? I guess with the way we think about AI, like Chat GPT, you're getting more interactive feedback than you might otherwise. But it's already a thing in jobs in every company. has that type of system in place.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about, you know,
I mean, I've always looked at
AI,
Photoshop. Photoshop to me is an AI
stuff,
application.
when
Like it
this
can now automate
show gets
doing
uploaded to YouTube,
not green
I have
screening, but
to
photoshopping
click
somebody's face. Like it
an
has a
extra
magic button. And it's like,
button
oh, here's
to
the face.
basically verify
Photoshop
that
this
this video
person's head onto a
contains
dog's body. Like
no
that exists.
manipulation
That is
of
AI.
individuals appearing in the video and making them say or do something that they wouldn't actually do or say. Help me. Please don't. I don't want to. Yeah. Yes. I have enough fun dealing with Universal Music
So I need to have like a
Group
secret sign above me,
trying
like
to
under
say that
duress
our
for being on the show.
voices are music that's owned in
You don't want to
weird
test
ass
the
regions
limits.
across the world. So
See what their AI algorithm
So stupid.
finds.
because then I have to take time out of my day to appeal it. Where I'm like, we don't have mute. We have mute. We've got like 10 seconds of music at the beginning and 10 seconds at the end. In the middle, it's just two dudes talking.
I saw that.
Yes. The caveat for us to use that music is that we give Crosspad Creative a shout out every single Thursday. Ta-da! So, anyways.
And we know the music,
yeah,
like
so
we're allowed to use it. It's fully
AI
ours
is
to
not gonna take
use.
anybody's job. Bullshit.
Well, boom, problem solved.
Right.
It already has, and it will continue to do that. I'm just hoping like our livelihoods like make it past the AI curve and like just enough on the tail end where our livelihoods won't be totally gone. But like like the age of your kids, they're screwed.
I know we talked about this. Well,
That's
I don't even know
what
how
I'm
long ago,
thinking
but
is
there
the kids in
of course
school
is
now.
a Minecraft movie
They're the
in
ones
the
who are
works
going to have to deal
starring
with the
Jack
big
Black,
AI
or
and
voiced by Jack Black.
basically any
now Netflix
white collar
has
job.
confirmed that there's an animated series for Minecraft coming to Netflix in the near future. And to be honest with you, at this point, I'm actually surprised it took them that long, because the amount of YouTube videos out there creating some dumbass story with a bunch of characters in a Minecraft world. I'm like, somebody should have snatched that up like years ago. Yes, I too would be. I don't know. Also, it has Jason Momoa. And currently, it is the movie is slated for release on April 4th, 2024.
It has Jack Black in it, so I'm
less than a year away.
Mildly interested.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, it. Borderlands the movie is still locked in for August
see if the
9th,
Borderlands
2024
movies actually comes to theater.
Release day.
I mean, I know there was an announcement it's happening, and like there was like a whole preview and stuff. I'll still believe it when I see it.
I'm still waiting. Well, I'm hoping that sometime soon I can stream Kung Fu Panda 4 without having to rent or buy it through a streaming service. That'd be nice. I just know that's
and I'll be waiting for 6 months for it to come on video on some streaming service.
Oh, and also if they would just freaking release a boy and his heron which is another Studio Ghibli movie that was supposed to be on Max and then apparently went back to
Good to know
theaters
you have your
instead of
priorities
going to
straight.
Max, but it's still scheduled to go to Max. I just don't know when it's going to Max. It's very frustrating.
Oh, uh,
Yep. Yep.
I just can't keep track of all the streaming service names anymore. I don't know what's what anymore or who streams what. Um, especially because now, like, I don't know if you saw the NBA made a deal where basically like the
Yep.
games are going to be divided onto like multiple streaming services. And I'm just like, bloody hell. Like, I mean, I know it wasn't cheap, but I could at least in the past get like, I'm a football watcher, so I could at least get like Hulu or YouTube TV or whatever it was and like record the games. And again, I know it wasn't cheap,
Mhm.
but at least I knew it was like a
Mhm.
one-stop shop for all my NFL games. But
His
now after
Zealeus
seeing
is
that news, I'm like, damn it, they're totally gonna do the thing where it's yes, we know it's the highest bidder, but it's gonna be like have 4 random streaming services I don't give a shit about.
No, it's just like
That's where they're gonna be on. And they're gonna do some dumb thing
you
where like you
had,
can't
I think it was
do
the
it now where you can record
football
it.
wild
It's like
card
I never watch games live.
NFL
I'll
games
start an
where it
hour
was
late,
like one of the
record
games
it so
on
I can skip all
Peacock
the
or something.
commercials.
Um,
Oh, 100%. They're gonna do some jackwagon way of because it's not
Yep.
live TV anymore where you can't do that, and it's just gonna piss me off.
well, it's just like the first one of the first round
It was
games
on
or
Peacock, and I
series
know at the
in the
time
NBA was
the
thrown over to
of course
NBA
it's on Reddit,
TV,
so it doesn't actually matter.
and that's
But it
not
was like, haha, nobody's gonna watch
a
it, and
service that's
therefore it'll never
available
be this
on
again.
multiple
It turns
platforms. It's
out it
very
was like
specific.
the
It's kind of
highest
like if
rated
you live in
wild
Atlanta,
card
you'll
game like
understand
ever.
the
So it's
pain.
like,
It's kind of
well,
like Bally Sports.
that's what the future is.
So I was like, what? Because I think it was whoever the Thunder were playing in the first round. It was just painful because I was like, this series actually looks good, but I can only watch the ESPN Gamecast where it just updates. This guy made a basket. This guy missed a basket. This guy fouled. This guy threw the ball out of bounds. Yep. Mm-hmm. You would think, but no, because everybody is trying to make their little piece of the pie.
That's like
Anywho.
you think in the world of streaming, they'll be able
But
to
yeah.
figure it out so that we'll be easily like
Zealeus,
to
what do you? I mean, I know
easily
you're about to
watch
go out of town, but what have you been playing?
content. But no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Woo woo. Come on, Zealeus, you're a grown ass man.
Diablo
You can do it.
4 and Final Fantasy 14. Trying to finish my MSQs, Final Fantasy 14, and actually get a character to level 100 in Diablo 4 before the season ends. I honestly don't know if either of those are going to happen.
Yeah.
It just takes time in both of them, man.
There you go. There you go. I'm glad to see your
I'm
priorities in the
trying.
right place.
And I don't think I'm bringing my PC with me on my trip, so that's like all that gaming time.
Ah,
I mean,
so
I
it's not
could
really
bring
a
an extra
laptop,
carry
it's
on,
a
but
desktop replacement.
Maybe I'll order like one of those crazy Alienware laptops.
I had one of those back in my school days that literally without. No.
And then, like on the airplane, I'm gonna bring like an external gas generator because the battery in those things lasts like a half hour, and then I can have a separate generator to run it for the entire flight. Man, tomato.
Yep.
What do you invite?
I've been playing
generator?
more of Hades 2. I have, let's see here. I've gotten through
I had one of those in college. Yeah,
let's see,
and
going
it would be great because you
going
bring it to
from the
class to
crossroads
like
down into the
work, and
underworld.
you make it through
I've
like
basically
halfway through
gotten
class. You're
almost
like,
all the
great,
way
I'll stop
to
back.
that
Yep,
final boss, I think. Or maybe there's another one, I don't know, but I've gotten through.
nice.
I'm trying to remember who all I've beat. I beat the witch, I beat the siren, I beat the hellhound. Is that right? Is that all? And then I've never seen the fourth one, and then going from the crossroads up to Mount Olympus, I've only ever seen the first boss, and I've beaten him once. No, a couple times. Um, but I know that I have to beat him some more because there is an item that I need to collect 3 more of, so I can unlock something, and it's very painful because when you do one of your runs, which are randomized every single time, you're not guaranteed to gain
Couple
that
times.
collectible in the run. So I've been playing that. I've been playing a ton of Legends of Runeterra on my phone as of late, trying to level up some of those characters or champions, I should say, and of course, still trying to get
Yep,
over the new system that they've installed for
of course.
Path of Champions. Certain champions you can only upgrade to 3-star
Nice.
rating, while other ones have like an 8-star rating. But to get that rating, it's like crazy because you have to gain these special crystals through all these other activities, and it's not easy. It's a lot of rinse and repeat right now because I'm trying to level up a character to get one of these like uber chests to open up so that I can hopefully gain a lot of other shards or crystals, whatever they're called. To, yeah, they want me to. Now, of course, I've just blanked out on what the champion's name is, but I I basically have to level this guy up and beat all of the current storylines that are open, which I'm nowhere close to being in the same realm as, to unlock a new story to
The
then
ultimate
win that
grinding.
one, which I'm pretty sure is going to be like a 4 or 5-star rating. So I'm going to get my ass whooped. Fun times. Yeah. Sometimes the cards just aren't kind to you. Yes. And then of course on the side I'm trying my best while juggling my normal job to try to get the rest of the Momocon
I have faith in
videos
you.
done.
You just gotta pull
This
those
last
cards,
one, like
man.
I said, the one that I just finished rendering, why video games take so long to make, was
It's like a
probably the
bad day of
one that
poker then.
was gonna that yeah, that was gonna take me the longest because I went ahead and integrated their entire slideshow into the video. Um, it's not a perfect job, but the you could see the slides and kind of see what were their bullet points and all that stuff. So that was my main attempt at trying to do stuff. So it took a while because usually I can, when you're
Ah,
looking at a video, you're just looking for, make sure that there's not a lot of like peaks and valleys. You want stable sound, but for this one I had to actually I
nice.
screenshotted every single slide and then inserted them when they were talking about the slides,
I can appreciate
and
that.
I then had to decide how long the slide was going to be up, because sometimes the guys talked about a slide for about a minute to 2 minutes, and then other times they talked
Yeah.
about it for like 5 or 10. And so, what's a good amount of time to leave that up there? But I didn't want it to be just slides, too. I wanted people to actually see their smiling faces and how one of the guys was slightly nervous while giving his presentation because he knows his shit, but he probably doesn't, he's probably not the biggest people person. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So And I feel like there's another game I'm
It's the
playing,
way it
but
goes.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. Actually, I need to start playing another game for the next playthrough. That's what I really need to do. I also need to finally write that review of Uedian Chronicles, which I've been putting off.
Nice.
I've been accidentally continuing to write my
I'm sure there's another word somewhere.
my story on the side, which I've gotten 22 pages now written. So hell if I know. I don't know. Oh no, it's going to be more. It's going to be the 22 pages. I would say I'm probably aiming for at least 50 pages. So I'm about halfway through that part, but I'm not. My problem
22
is
pages
that
out of how many?
I need to write a lot, and I haven't been able to do that.
It could be more, it could be less.
And I haven't been able to do that. It's been basically for like an hour on a Sunday, and I need to get a little bit more into it. And then of course I have a very bad habit of accidentally watching too much anime. Yeah, weird how that happens. I mean, I just want to watch one episode, and then the next thing I know, I've watched the entire season of Black Butler, or Cowboy Bebop got watched completely again. I don't know what happened. Cowboy Bebop. Actually, I was thinking about
Imagine that.
Since there is I guess a big day coming up in 2 days for me. I went ahead and bought myself 2 Gundam kits, and I'm trying to decide if I want to actually record me.
Maybe that's your brain inspiration. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the camera would also never be on my face; it would always be on my hands and that. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh.
Anyways. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached the end of our show. I hope that my basketball team won tonight.
No, I would record it.
I had
and then make it into
I'm
like
in 2
a
basketball
5-minute
leagues,
time lapse.
and they decided to have like a last minute. We've got to make up for the fact that we were stupid and scheduled basketball games on Memorial Day, so we're going to just give it to this Thursday. And I'm on a team of 5 players, and
we hope they did too.
1 team member there and 4 subs, and that was apparently that was how all the teams were tonight. We were not in the minority, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, basically, yeah, exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure getting ready to come our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. Amen to that, brother. There we go.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Because my computer was acting a little silly there. Did it have any problems? I'll be able to tell immediately if I could pull the file in. If I pull the file in, I'm pretty sure we're okay. Pretty sure. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
I'm my answer is yes. Yeah. No, on a scale of 1 to 10, and my answer is yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, looks like just how sure are you?
Yeah, seriously, Hades 2, good game. Loving. There's a lot of frustration. And
you're sure of it? Yes.
Because of the randomness of not only not knowing what gods you're going to interact with, but also what boons the gods are going to bestow upon you. There are certain runs that are doomed from the start. And I'm like, oh, yay, I'm going to get my ass whooped. Yeah. I'm trying. I think I think I've only abandoned one run. On all of
Yeah,
the attempts I've done for Hades 2, I think I've only abandoned one.
that is the one
And I
catch of
don't
a
think it was
roguelite.
because
Is sometimes
I
like you know what you're going for and you don't get it to start with. It's
because
almost
I
like,
was having a bad
do I just start the run
like
over and just let them
attempt.
kill
I think it
me instead
literally
of
was
suffering?
I had to go, and I was basically on death's door already, but I literally couldn't. I had maybe like 10 or 15 health left, and I knew that I wasn't going to survive much longer. So I basically just called it then. But otherwise, even if I've got like a shitty roll, constant roll through the whole thing, I've played basically until death. So, nah. Anyways, but yeah. Right. I will. Sorry, I'm trying to start rendering the video in the background. So, I will be playing more of that tomorrow.
It's not
Or no, not
unreasonable.
tomorrow. Shit. I'm gonna be so freaking busy in the next 3 days that my brain won't be able to take it. Um, for one, yeah. But anyways, okay. Let me end the stream on